Okay, so what is the last topic we have discussed? Okay, let's start. We'll open our code. Okay, it is open. So last topic we have discussed about the methods as a props. So for that we have discussed about the parent class. So what is the parent class? So parent class is containing the parent class is containing what we can say. Let's say this is the use state hook. So use state hook, what it is going to store? It is going to store the empty variable. Okay, that empty variable, it contains the empty variable it contains here. So they are going to be displayed with the message. So just I want to run and execute. So to how to run CLS for the clear screen, then npm start. Okay, so the last topic we have discussed about states and props, how to send the state from one component to another component as a props. So props in the properties we can say. So say yeah, 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 it's okay. No issue. Okay, huh. Okay, you are telling that. So you can tell that instead of variable, you have to tell the state. Okay, here in the React, when it comes to the variable, instead of variable, you can state the state object or a state variable. Okay, your question is you are telling that how to transfer from the let's say whatever the a plus b, let a equals to b plus c. That value is how we are going to be transferred from one component to the another component. Yeah, so for this one, I will explain in the state. Okay, sorry, React.js hooks, no? So there React.js hooks concept, I will explain all those things. So let's say you are sending a whole component only we are sending. Okay, how we are sending a whole component? As you're telling that, okay, let's assume, okay, you are doing a plus b or something like that. Okay, so whatever the the message is containing the information. Okay, in the app.js it is there. Okay, the app.js is containing a it's a printing, it is also one component. So here I am taking this whole component into my component here. So indirectly we are passing all the informations to the this component. But sending as an props, we have discussed here. As you are telling that, okay, what is the state of this one? The message is a state, and where we are sending to the child. Okay, so here we are passing the methods here. So here we have imported a child one. So we have a button here. In the button, when we click means, so it is printing a hello world. So that is clear. But we don't have any button here. I will explain here. See, there are two components are there. The component name is the parent and child. Okay, I will explain this one only first. I will just comment for the conditional rendering and less than. I think already we have parent. Okay, Control S. So your question is reload it. So if I click means here it is coming. So your question is like that, okay, whatever the addition or subtraction, if you done means, so that will be performing, okay. Uh, Addition or subtraction we are doing in one component, so that is displaying in another component. So I will explain here only for you what is happening. First we'll go through the parent component. So I will pictorially I will tell you we have a two components. So in the two components, this is the parent component and this is the child component. So in the parent component, what we are displaying here, so we are defining a message variable and we are defining a function and we are displaying that variable, but we have not mentioning anything about the button here. I will just show here. See, click in the child component, the message is not defined in the parent component. So we are just calling a child one update message. So here what happens in the child component, we are passing a props as a function. So that's why we are calling a on click handle click. So here what happens? Okay, in the deeply we are going with the explanation. So here what we have done, so we are defining a component. So inside a component, we have defined the states and we are calling a child component. So here we didn't mention the this button. So this button where we have mentioned here child component here we have defined and here in the bottom we have defined the button. Got it? It means so here what happening here, we are sending a function as a props to the child. What? We are sending a function as a props to the child. How? Update message, set message. So this whole functionality, it is there. So this is called a function calling. But sorry, function defining. So actual event will be when is happen in the child one, when he will click on this handle click, on click, it will call the handle click, update a message. What a update a message? The update message, hello world. Hello world is updating to its new message. So update message is what a method. So here this method only we are passing here. Okay, so this method, when we click on this one, okay, what is happening here? Again, it is indirectly, it is the button is below this code. How we have imported a child component. In the child component, so there is a function call will be happened. So that function name is a handle click. Internally, we have a update a message. Update a message, where it is coming from? It is coming from the a parent. Okay, what it is updating? It is updating a message value. So how? Here we are passing a this message value. So if you pass the 2 plus 2, it will print a 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2, and we'll go to the browser. Got it or confusion? Honestly, you tell me frankly, I think it still might be having a confusion. I will clear. Yes. See, okay, I will explain one more time. See, I have yeah. Hmm. Yes. Huh. Yes. Yes. Hmm. You tell me the line number. Okay. In the child. Huh. Okay. Ah. Obviously, it is updated. See. Yes. Okay. Uh, this is our parent component. This is a child component means this component, whatever this declaration is there, no? So this declaration will be, it's like available here. Andre, idu nandu, okay. First, what is I will explain with the example. What is the message variable? The message variable initially it is empty. So what happened? So the message is initially empty, so that is why it is showing a empty. Okay, so this is the empty. When I click on the child component, where is this button? So this button, okay, first it is empty. Okay, what is the message? Update a message, and a new message is a one more temporary variable. So that new message uh, is a temporary variable. It is going to be set message. Where it is setting? It is again setting to the a message. If whatever the value of set means, so it is coming let's say a something word is set means it is coming here in the message variable. But we have defined the update message method, but we are not calling in the parent component. So where we are calling? So we are calling a child one. Okay. So for the child one, we are sending a update message. So update a message we are sending as a props method. Okay. So we sent a props method. So in here I have taken a one button. So for the on click event, I have called a one function handle click. So in the update message, so update message means it is the replica of this month. Okay. So update a message and 2 plus 2. So here update a message is a replica of this one. So new message is filled with a 2 plus 2. So that 2 plus 2 is a setting to the message. So that message is storing displaying this value. Clear or doubt? Yeah, simple. We have defined a function. So that function we are sending as a props to the child. In that child, we are calling that function, and we are passing whatever the 2 plus 2 or 2 into 2 or hello world or so that will be updated message. Again, it is going for a where Here it is a this update message. The new message value is whatever the 2 plus 2 or whatever the value. So that is a set message. The set message where it is setting, it is a empty to the 2 plus 2, that is 4. So that 4 is updating here. So here what happened? So this method we are sending as an props to the child. So in the child, it is again it is a handle of one event and it is passing the some value. So then again it is returning here and it is setting to the message. So that message is displaying here. Okay. So if you feel confusion also, if you trace one or two, three times, you will get to know. Even if you not got this, again you can ask. No issues. Hmm. ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್? ಓಕೆ 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 ಹಾ ಅದೇ 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 ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್. ಆ, ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೆಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಈ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸೆಲ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಬೂಲಿಯನ್ನು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಝೀರೋ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ವಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಅರೇನು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಇಫ್ ನೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಂಪ್ಟಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್. So if I just pass a now is the object. Now it is a arrays. So we can say and the React.js is a state. Okay, the next we are going with the conditional rendering. Okay, so we already discussed it, but just we are going with a brief. So what is the conditional rendering? How it works? So this is the one thing you should know. What is a conditional rendering means? So there is a something called a floor bracket like this. Okay, so this is the condition one. Whatever the condition, 2 plus 2, or age is greater than 20, or do you have a Aadhaar card, or do you have a PAN card, or do you have a hall ticket, or anything. So it will check for this condition. Okay, ಇದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನೇ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಇದು a equal to b, or you are comparing a value. So this question mark is a condition, and this block will be executed when it is a true condition. Okay, then colon, and this block will be executed false condition. Okay, so what you have to keep in mind? So there is a two floor block conditional rendering means. So there are two floor brackets. So there is a condition and a question mark, and this is the one statement in the true cases if it is a false, and this is the condition. Okay, so you have to keep in mind. So that is we are going to be discussed here. Okay, so is loading we have using is loading, set is loading. So this is a use state. What is a use state? So use state is a hook in the React.js 16.8 they have introduced. So they are going to store the a state information. What is the state information? So it is a boolean value false. Now the is logged in is stored into false. Okay, so now it will come here and return, it will print this one and it will come for here is logged in. So is logged in. So when this block will be, see, this is the first block. After the question mark, this is the first block. After the colon, this is the second block. Got it? So here is logged in is initial the false. So if it is a false, then you have, okay, what happens? So this question after the question mark, so this will be not executed. So is logged in is a false is there, so that is why. So this block is not executed. So when it is a true, then only it will be executed. So here what happened is logged in is a false, then it will not execute this one and it will execute this one. See, whatever the condition. Okay, so if I just go here, use logged in is a false, and we'll go to here. See, you have, okay, okay, so here what happens? 1 minute, I will show here. I will just use one, save it. See, welcome to, you have logged in. See, welcome, please log in. I will just say, welcome to, you have logged in, or a please log in. See, when the condition is 0, so then it is asking for the login. If I click means it is coming a, you have logged in means you have already logged in. So logged in, please sign out. So you will get, you will feel confusion, no worries. See, 1 minute, one is there. See, 1 means what? So it will store the is state value is a 1. So if it is a 1 means, so this will be executed. What this condition? Welcome, you have logged in. Please sign out or log out. So here there is a toggle button is there. So I have created one button. So on click event, so toggle button. So here also toggle button, here also toggle button. Same function we have used here a toggle button. So here it is a logout is login is there. What is happening in the toggle button? Set is logged in. So what is this one? This is the method. So not is logged in. What does that mean? So not what it will do. If it is a 1, convert to 0. If it is a 0, convert to 1. So this will the not equals to, this is the exclamatory sentence is there, no? So that will do the function. If it is a 1, convert to the 0. If it is a 0, convert to the 1. When it is happening, when you click on logout, so it will come here. If it is a 0, it will convert to the 1 and assign to the set login. So that is the logged in, logout it is doing. So this is called a ternary operation. So only thing you should know understand. So there are a ternary operations will be defined with the floor bracket like this. So there is a one condition will be there. So that condition will be checked. So if the condition is true, so this block will be executed, or else this block will be executed. Okay. So condition is true. So the condition is true. This block will be executed. Condition is false. So this block will be executed. So this is the simple funda. Okay, so now we are going with the other topics. So everyone share the what you can say, your mail ID. I am going to be share the content for you guys. So last week, why I have shared, why I didn't share the content in the sense, uh, what happens? No, you are going to be type copy paste and you will run. So that should not be happen. Okay, so we have discussed all the conditional rendering and everything. So restructuring the prompts is same thing as like you are sending a state and a like methods as a props to the function. So you are going to be destructured. We are going to be discussing that later. This one, no worries. Okay, the React JS list is there. Okay, so what is the React JS list? Okay, how to iterate that one? Okay, for that, I'm going to be take one example, item one. So there are the three array items is there. So I'm using item dot maps, item and index. So here key equals to index. So I'm going to be print the item. So how to do this one? For that, list data item dot JSX React functional component export. Control S. So first, how to define an array? Can anyone tell? We used it many times till now. How to yeah, okay. What is the how it is going to, what is the basic behavior of array? How it will store the data? Yes, yes. Indexes value it will store. Then in the React, how can I define an array? What feature we are using? How we are maintaining the state? So just we are using a use state. Why we are using a use state? To store the information. See, instead of variable, I am telling a use state. See, automatically it is imported. Equals to bracket. Then constant list, comma set list. So we'll take a one empty array. Okay, so this is the one method to define an array. And one more method is a normal what we can domestic. So we can use a array like this. So here the constant item or so what we are going to be demonstrate here, we are going to be demonstrate a list item or a list, how to display the list in the React.js. So here I will take a names bracket Virat Rohit uh, Jadeja and ABD. Okay, the names Virat, Rohit, Jadeja, ABD. So these are all the names. So I want to display the list. Okay. So here we are where we how we are going to be displayed by using the a map method bracket names dot map bracket inside a bracket. So here name comma index. Okay, so then we are using a li. I think small mistake we have done. Yeah, it's correct. Li open close brace. So what is a li? This is a list item. So names dot name map, and it is all the names data, it is dumping name. So here I am printing the name. Save it. So if I run means, so it will not show any output here. So for that I will just go to the, I will just command comment it. So I will add a, what is the component? The component is a li list. See, automatically it is telling that list data item in the component list data. So if I click means automatically it is imported here. So then I will end here. So I am rendering only this component. So let's see the output. Control Shift I. What is the error? Console. React DOM render is no longer supported. Create a route instead until a switch to the API. That will be okay. Okay. React DOM render is not okay. Names dot map. Yeah, that is what I am doing. I am dumping the names into the name. This is a one more array is acting. So I am just passing the key equals to index. Control S. So React DOM render is no longer supported in the React 18. Uh, User create root instead until you can switch to the API. Your app will behave as running on the React 17, index 17. Okay. Okay. So let me check this one. Okay. I will just use one more fake JSON. So this is a some fake JSON is there. I will just copy this one. Control C. So here I will go here and I will add here. Control V and names dot map. So the names and index names dot title. Control S. Why? What is the so recently they have updated React.js. So what is the problem? Name, the title is there. So I will just remove this one. Okay, so okay, we will go for the Google anything they will support. So this is a one method of a debugging. Okay, strict mode. Okay, okay, app. Okay, yeah, we need to create a I think a project one more time. So names dot. So what I will do, I will just do CLZ. The array is control S. Okay, so here it is a printing the object and object to display this one. So you need to convert to JSON to stringify. JSON dot stringify of name control as. See here the user ID is this one, this one. So how the data is showing? The array is user ID, this one, ID, title, body, description. So this is how it is going to be display the data. So what I am doing here, we are storing names. Okay, so I will just say that this is the first Facebook post. This is the title. This is the your Facebook ID, and this is the post ID, and this is the title, and this is the description. So you have posted one post, second post, like that. So I will just change to the name to the post to the post post. Okay, so here what happens? The post dot map. So these are all the Facebook post. It is going to be dumped here. So it is going to be print a post in the array. Okay, so now here what happening here? We are going to be a loop through the data. Props means what? Sorry, post means it is going to be storing all this. Those post is dumped to the this post, and we are consoling a here the post it is printing. Okay, so this is the list item. So here you might find one error, no error. So key parameter it is the, not there. Okay, so this is the JSON data is there. 1 minute. Okay, so this is the how to loop through the data or iterate through the data. So how to display the list means, so we are going to be use the li tag. So why it is printing with the li, so I will check in the next session, I will show you. So you got to know how to take an array. So this is the array. So that array you are going to be dumped here, and it is printing the array. Okay, this is the post. And so there is a one more method how we are going to do here. Instead of that one, you can use a post and a set post, and all this data you have to dump here. So instead of writing the whole those things, so this will, okay. And one I will tell one more thing. I will just control X. You can paste here means, so that is you are dealing with the use post, use state, unless you are going with the constant keyword, the as usual normal method. Okay, so this is called the, the list. And list and keys. What is the list and keys? So every item is having a item dot id. If you not mention this item dot id, so it will make a conflict, like whenever you want to delete an item, so you need to pass the id, right? So you have 100 items. So if you want to delete the 99 items, so what you have to pass? You have to pass the item dot id, because item dot name should be same. Okay, there might be a biscuit name should be n times, but the ID should be different. So that's why we need to pass the item dot ID for the every element. Okay, so now, uh, so throughout your application, you are going to be use how to use this one. So no worries. So now I want to demonstrate the form handling. So let's say we are going to be take a one form. So that form, it is a containing a two fields, username and password, and here it is a button is there. So here we are going to be enter our username, and here there is a, and here password. Okay, so then here it is a submit button. So I think you have done in the where uh, in the HTML. So here we are going to be add a username and password once you get submit, and it has to be go for the where, to the server. Okay, your Facebook page only. If you are printing a username and password, that password, it is going to be sent to the somewhere a server here, the server. So it is going to be validate and it is going to be returned back to the front end. So if you have a valid user, and it is going to be redirect to the one more page, so that is called a dashboard. So here it is a dashboard. Got it. So this is the username and password submit button, and here it is a how it is printing. So now what I want to do, I want to demonstrate one example. Okay, first what we are going to do, we are going to take a one username and password. So how to take? So for that, I want to take a one more example. See, there are different ways to define a form. My form.jsx and React functional component export. Enter. First, what I have to take? I have to take a h2 form. The forms. Here, what I will do? I will just comment here, save it. So as I told, I am taking a username and a password. Before that, I will take a one label. The label is the username. Then I am taking a one input value. Okay. So in the input type is text, value for text, on change is this one I will take. So input type is a text. Okay. Then value. Value equals to username, or there are two methods. You can change on change or handle change or any method, or directly you can pass the value. So here it is on change. So handle input change. Okay, so this is for the username. Same thing I will copy, Control C, Control V, password, and input type will be password, value equals to password, handle input change is there. Then input type equals to button, value equals to submit. So I have added, okay, I need to import that. Okay, if I see the output, what it is, it will not show anything. Why? Because we have not rendering any component here. So first I will render that component less than. See, my form is here. If I click means automatically it is imported my form, and I will end this component. Control S. If I just go to the browser, yeah, so it is telling the username and handle input change, password and the input change. So if you don't want this error means, so first I will just remove this one and this one. Control S. See, this is the username and password is there. So earlier you have done with the HTML. Now it is you are doing with the what we can say React.js. So I will just break into it lines. So I will add a br tag and a br tag. Control S. If I just go to the here, so this is how it will look, username and password. Then one important, the value equals to user name and value equals to password. What is this username and password? So it can store some value, right? For that, I will use a constant bracket equals to use state. See, once I click means automatically the use state is imported from the record React. See here, it is imported from the React bracket. So username, comma, set username. See, this username is passing a in the value. So initially that is a empty. Control S. If I just go to the browser, see that username is not issued now. Now it is telling that component format is not defined. So here I will take a constant bracket password set password. So username you state password, this is the password. Okay, so now there is a no error. Okay, so no error. So what is happening here? The username and the password we are using a used state variable. So that state variable is username and one more state variable is a password. So here what happens? Okay, this much is done. The next what we are going to do on change on handle input change. Control C. Here also on change. Control S. Again it is telling that okay, the handle input is not defined. So how to handle? So here constant I will change the handle user name change. Control C constant handle username change. So what I have to change? So it has to be set e dot, we need to pass a e here, e dot target dot value. So here handle password change. Control C constant handle a password change equals to bracket. So we are passing a event object set password e dot target dot value. So now if you see here, so no error. I am writing the so many code, but what is happening here? So you will get to know. First, we'll understand this code. The first is what? This is the label. whatever the name you will give, it will print like a username with the caps and a password is in the caps. So it will print as it is the username and password. The next is okay. The input type is text. Then what is the value? So value is a one thing we have defined in the use state hook. So what is the username? Initially, the initial value is username. It is a empty. So that is why the username field is a empty. Then what is the on change? So whenever we will type, okay, can anyone tell me what is the on change? In the input text box, I am defining a on change. What is the on change means? What will happen on change means? Anyone? So on change, what it will happens? Simple. Whenever you are going to be type, right? Whenever you will type here, so that is called a on change. So if I okay, I will just close this one. Let's say this is a text box is there. If I print a V, so now on change is happened. Okay, so we are not finding anything. Okay, I will show you. When you type something on the input type text field, and this is the on change event is called the handle username change method will be calling. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್? ಸಿ event is an inbuilt browser object. Whenever you type something in the browser, automatically the event object is raised. So if you want to see here, I will just show here CLZ. So if I just after on change event handler plus E, save it. If I just show here, reload it. See here, I will type a V. See, this is the, it is called here. Event object will, every on change event object will be called I R A T. See, this is the 5 times it is called. Okay, so what exactly it contains? We are calling that this object is called. So what it contains? So that event is containing your all the event methods and object. So for that, I want to e dot target dot name plus see e dot target dot name means what? It is going to be print the what is the name, and e dot target dot value means it is printing the value. Okay, I will pass one more parameter. So that parameter is name equals to username, name equals to password. See here, if I type a Virat, I R A T. See, after on change event, if I just say here, after on change event, the handle username handler, the username is a e dot target dot name, and Virat is a e dot target dot value. Okay, so if you want to print only these two string, you gonna See, if I type it here, e dot target dot name means it is going to be print a username. E dot target dot value means, so this is the username value. What is the initial value? It is a empty. So when if I reload it, V I R A T, R A T. Got it. So whenever I typed in the text box, the on change event is happened, and on change username function is called. So here it is a, sorry, handle username change is called. Then I am going to be set the value set username, where it is setting for this username value. So what is the value? Whatever I typed in the text. So that is, it is going to be set to the username. Same thing I will do for the handle password change. So e dot target dot value, like that. Got it? So then after submit, so we are going to be call one more method on submit, send the data to server. So this is the method, control C, constant, send the data to server equals to open close brace. This is the arrow function. Uh, CLZ username, password, control S. If I just go to the browser, send data to the server. Okay, so we need to use one more in the form we need to use. So uh, instead of this one, so we need to use a like a form. So that form, once I submit means it is going to be taken. So we'll discuss in the next session. So you got it right. So here in the React is what happens. So whenever you're dealing with the form, so there we are going to be take the state. So again there is a different methods are there. So this is the basic method how to store the form. So here the username and set username initially empty, and password set password it's initial empty. So handle username change and handle password change. Okay, so now here input type in the text name equals to username, and on change equal to handle username. So it is going to be called the set username e dot targeted value, and the input type equals to password name equal password. What is the value? So this is the value. Why I enclose with the flower bracket in sense? So this is the a state variable. So whenever the flower bracket is there, no, then it is a related to React.js. So it's a normal input type equal to text name equals to username. This is a normal HTML. But when it's come to the value and a flower bracket, then it is treated as a JavaScript. Okay, so username. Then on change again handle username change is a method. So username is what? So username is initially a state variable containing a empty. So whenever I type the on change event will be called. So that on change event it is going to be set the value. Let's say if I type in the username field, it is going to be called the on change event in the username field, and set username method e dot target dot value. It is going to be set to the username. Okay. So that username it is going to be displayed in the a state object. So whatever we are going to be typed here, VIRAT. So that is a store in a use state object. Password is something. So the password. And below there is a button will be there. So that is you are going to be discussing the form handling. So okay, next session I am going to be take a what you can see form submission.